Are able to get much needed humanitarian aid. They're able to get meals, warm meals. They're able to get school uniforms, and it's all because of you, people that are listening at this current moment. You're the ones that are at the center of it all. You can help Africa Muslims Agency be able to be a beacon of hope for thousands and thousands of people, not just here in South Africa, but the world over. We have Brother Mohammed back on air. I'm sure you can hear me now. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to Salelo and your listeners. Jazakallah for having us. It's always a pleasure.
The pleasure is all ours. I always look forward to chatting to Africa Muslims Agency. What do you have for us today? What will we be unpacking?
So today I want to maybe explain a concept or idea of what we talk about, the blessings of giving. And being in the field, we normally do get to see and experience different sort of behaviors and sort of attributes which helps us to become conscious of our thinking and the way we move forward. And what's one such thing that has happened is we were out in a particular area in the south of Johannesburg this weekend doing hamper distributions as part of our efforts in 23 countries around the world. And we came across a particular community which is made up of mostly elderly people. I would say 90% of them elderly people, but they were a community that kind of changed the mindset of how we think. Because when we came there to come and give to them or present to them these hampers for their Ramadan, which would suffice for them for the whole of Ramadan and shortly after, we realized that they actually, as a community, came together to collect some funds and give it to us. Whether this was from their SASA grants, whether this was from whatever little savings that they have, they collected this money and they came and they presented it and they said, we as a community would like to give back to African Muslim Agency in order for you to help somebody else. Now, this concept of the one receiving, making the effort to give, shows us the blessing of giving. Shows us the concept of irrespective of what you have, you will still be able to give, because with that comes benefit, the cleansing of wealth. It allows you as an individual that is giving, whether it is giving by wealth, whether it's giving by kindness to the next person, whether it's giving in a way that helps you find contentment within your heart. All of this basically helps you to become a better version of yourself. And this was a really amazing idea that's come out there. And I thought this is very important to share with our listeners, that irrespective of who you are, where you are, there is always the ability to do for someone else, irrespective of your situation.
Most definitely. And I think that's a really wonderful story, especially because we are in the auspicious month of Ramadan. It's a month of giving, as we all know. But how important is it for not just our listeners, but just as people, as Muslims in general, to be able to understand that giving goes just beyond the month of Ramadan? We see people giving quite aggressively during this month, and there's almost a lull during the rest of the year. How important is it to give and to give wholeheartedly, even after the month of Ramadan?
It should, so that it should become a way of life, right? So you're right. It shouldn't be the 1 month of the year that we concentrate on it, but the 1 month of the year is the reset. So African Muslim Agency having this campaign called Reconnect. From day to day, our lives get very busy. We sort of go into autopilot when it comes to our daily actions and whatever we do. But this creates the opportunity for us now to reevaluate, to rethink, to see what our purpose is, and to then execute sort of as a reset button in Ramadan for the rest of the year till we come to the next one. Because as human beings, we always need that reminder. And that is a critical and important thing. And remember, the giving, if done with the correct intention, because it's solely to serve your Creator and to win over His blessings and His mercy, that helps you to broaden your mind,
Mm.
build your faith, soften your heart, and have an appreciation for life. And that's the purpose of giving. And giving, also, I mentioned in one of the other fire up sessions, is not only about financial, okay, contribution. It's also about the aspect of you being a good person towards the
Mm.
next person. And that's sort of the actions that we want to take throughout the course of the year.
No, most definitely. I think it has been another wonderful edition of hashtag Fired Up. I always look forward to this. But before I wrap up, before I let you go, if you can give our listeners a bit more insight on the project that you guys are running, especially during this month, and most importantly, how can they get involved?
So reconnecting with your Creator, reconnecting with the recipients that you are serving, reconnecting your heart to those that need it the most. African Muslim Agency in 23 countries around the world, Alhamdulillah, serving meals, giving hampers, doing iftars. And if you are based in South Africa specifically, we are doing it in Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban, Port Elizabeth, Newcastle. So, come into our offices across the country, or go to africamuslimagency.co.za to want to volunteer in the space, and look out for our events on social media, on our Instagram page at africamuslimagency.co.za.
Oh, they have it. Mohammed Tahir Hamid, volunteer out at Africa Muslims Agency, also an events coordinator. Hope we chat again soon. Really, really appreciate you giving us your time. Salam.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
There you go. As mentioned, this hour is proudly brought to you by Africa Muslims Agency, and that has been hashtag Fired Up. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be looking at unions in South Africa. Should they work together? Is there division becoming their death, essentially? And we'll be doing that with Congress of South African Trade Unions Parliamentary Coordinator, Matthews Parks. More on that after this.
More than 800 million people around the world live in deep poverty, and